So at this point, you've already either applied to AUP and are waiting to hear back, or better yet, you've already got in, woohoo, congrats. And now you're thinking and wondering, like, wait a minute, now how am I gonna pay for this? What is the AUP price tag? And that's what we're gonna talk about today. So grab your pen, your pencil, notebook, maybe a calculator, and we're gonna keep it to Virgils and talk about the cost of AUP. Hello beautiful people, my name is Savannah by Internet. I go by Savvy C, and welcome back to the Savvy C Scoop, a place where I talk about all things books, my life living in Paris, and travel. I know I've been away for some time now. November has been a crazy month here in Paris between confinements and my classes all going remote fully, the election going on back home in the States. I'm American, just it was a lot going on, but I'm back now, better than ever before, and I'm excited to get some more videos up for you guys. I've been thinking of ideas during my brief hiatus, and I'm excited to create them and share them with you all. And the first of that being talking about AUP's price tag. So I know for me, and just overall, finances can be like a bit of a touchy subject, and people are often curious about it, but aren't necessarily upfront or really transparent with it. But I didn't want to approach it like that. I wanted to, like I said, keep it to Virgil, really be honest with you guys and just share it, because I know finances for me when it came to coming to AUP as a grad student was a huge determining factor of making such a risk of moving here in the middle of a global pandemic by myself and see if that was worthwhile or not. So without further ado, we're gonna get into this video. It is, I feel like, gonna be on the lengthy side because I'm gonna speak and cover a lot of topics to a lot of different people. But have no fear, be sure to look in the description box. I will have tons of timestamps and tons of links to AUP's website that further just details what I'll be sharing. I'm gonna break this down into 3 parts. I'm gonna do like the inverted triangle method, use my journalism roots. So I'm gonna start off, the first part will just be the overall AUP tuition and fees for the fall 2020 and spring 2021 academic year for both undergrad and graduate students. Then the second part, I'm going to get specific to me in my AUP bill and what that looks like, what my financial aid package looks like, my loans, everything, how all that works out. And then the third part will just be the one-time fees / annual fees that you'll have to pay as you matriculate into becoming a first semester AUP student, and then just a student, just a student in Paris, a student, international student here on a student visa. So let's get into this. For part 1, we're gonna get into just the overall tuition and fees for AUP. And I got my handy dandy laptop this time versus just my notepad, because it's serious today. We getting into it today. So I just have this for just a reference. I don't want to just speak out of my mind and confuse you guys on numbers and get numbers mixed up. So I'm gonna break down first, starting off with the undergraduate price tag. Now, for all the numbers I say, unless I stress otherwise, are going to be in euros, just because that's just easier, and then everyone can convert from that. AUP is based in Paris, France, euros, the local currency here. It's gonna build off of that. So for undergrad price tag, and I'll be sure to throw up the figures on the screen as I'm talking, so that you can just make sure to have a better reference. So for a full-time student, which is overall for AUP for both graduate and undergraduate students, it means 12 credits or more per semester. On average, a student takes 16 credits, which can average out to 4 classes, or you can do a mix of modules or practicums or whatever. But on the average, 4 credits per class. All right. So for a fall entry, now I'll focus on that as well, for a fall 2020 entry and a spring 2021 to make up the academic year, is a total tuition of 300,000. Yikes, not incorrect. 31,456 euros. And then health fees are 1,120 euros. The orientation fee you only have to pay in the fall semester or in the spring, however you enter, and that is 460 euros, which will bring to a total, drumroll please, of 33,036 euros. And then for part-time students who are taking 11 credits or less per semester, it is 983 euros per credit hour. So if you're taking 14 hours a semester, 16 hours per semester, take that 14, take that 16 times the 900, or you wouldn't take if it's your, duh, if you're listening, if you're part-time, it's less than that many. So however many credits you're taking times the 983, that is your total, voila. So for the payment options for undergraduate students, you have 3 options, and those options are 1, the yearly payment plan. Now this only applies to fall entering students for whatever reason, but with this you do get a 500 euro discount, hey, unless you're receiving scholarships, so little asterisk there, but you do get a little discount off, and this is due on July 15th. Now if you're watching this in the future, I'm not sure if that July 15th date stands throughout semesters, but mid-July I would say is a safe bet for the yearly semester yearly semester plan deadline. Then the second option is the semester payment plan. So unlike yearly, you pay 2 semesters, fall and spring, all in one lump sum. For semester payment plan, you get to break it up. So for the fall semester due date, it is again July 15th. And then for the spring semester due date, it is December 15th, which is coming up. And in a few weeks too. December is next week. Woo, that's fine. And then for the third and final payment option is the installment payment plan. Now this is where you're allowed to pay tuition in fourths. And then with this too, there's a 200 euro service fee. So for the fall 2020 semester, your 4 dates are June 1st, July 1st, August 1st, and September 1st. And then for the spring 2021 semester, it's October 1st, November 1st, December 1st, and January 1st. So those are your 3 options for my undergrads out there. Now transitioning into my fellow grad students, I didn't say that earlier, but I am a part of the Global Communications program here. I'm in my first semester, and this is the price tag for full-time students. So unlike grad students, primarily, like it's just a little bit different, so it's not the full 4-year standard 4-year. All of us are kind of doing our own thing in a way, so it's a bit different. So you'll see that in a second. I'll just break it down real quick. So for 16 credits, it's 12,960 euros. For 18 credits, it's 14,580 euros. And then for your health fees per semester, we get, I should have mentioned that too, for all the students at AUP, you get private health insurance through MSH International, which is fantastic. I love it, use it often. And that's 560 euros for the health fees, and that's per semester. And then for the orientation fee, again, you only pay that once when you first get here. That's 460 euros. Oh, excuse me. And then another option too, the optional, oh man, so sorry. Let me take a sweet, hold it. Better, okay. For the optional housing option that you can take during orientation, I don't know anyone who did this, but it is an option of if you aren't fully set into your housing, or if your housing situation falls through, they will put you in temporary housing for 300 euros during the orientation period, and they'll help you find a permanent housing situation. So again, what makes the graduate price tag a bit iffy or just a lot of asterisks by it is because there are 6 graduate programs within AUP, and they vary in credit amounts. So, every grad student just isn't the same curriculum, so that's why the price tag's iffy. So for those 6 graduate programs, I'll just list them really quick from least amount of credits to the most. International Affairs is 38 credits. International Management is 40 credits. Global Communications, my program, is 48 credits. Diplomacy and International Law is also 48 credits. And then International Affairs, Conflict and Resolution, and Civil Society Development, whew, that's a long name, mouthful, is 62 credits, which, based off the name alone, you can tell you're going to be getting some work in. So the previous 5 are 3 semesters long versus that last program is 4 semesters long. To keep that in mind. And then for the graduate students at AUP, you have 2 payment options versus 3 as undergrad, and those are 1, the payment plan again. So the semester payment plan, I should say. So for fall deadline is July 15th, and then for the spring semester deadline is December 15th. Then for the second payment plan, you have the installment option, and that's kind of like the staggered, or not the staggered, how should I word that? Never mind, let me not confuse people. So the installment plan for graduate students for the fall semester is June 1st or upon receipt of the invoice. July 1st, August 1st, and September 1st, those due dates, so paying the tuition in fourths. Or for the spring semester, your due dates are October 1st or upon receipt of invoice, November 1st, December 1st, and January 1st. And there's no summer option. For summer, you're a part-time student. So for me, I've already signed up for my spring and summer classes, and I'm in 16 credits now. I will be taking 16 credits in the spring, and I'll be taking 8 credits over the summer. So I think probably why. All right, so that is it for the price tag section. Again, I will be sure to put all the information in on the side here as I'm talking and breaking them down, and in the description box below. All right, so for part 2, I'm gonna get a little personal with you guys. I'm gonna just talk about my AUP bill and what a magic student starting in the fall 2020. Oh wow, I was gonna say 2021. I'm already thinking ahead. Our things in the future. What a fall 2020 student's cost looked like. What my bill looked like. So through this section, I'm gonna just throw up my financial aid letter, the reward letter that I got from AUP shortly after I paid my tuition deposit, signed to delivered, and then I received this award. So I'll just show you guys and then just talk through it. So I was really fortunate and blessed and thankful to receive a €4,000 per semester AUP tuition award. And so what started off as being the 12,960 euros. So I'll just do it per semester. So for the fall 2020 semester, tuition is 12,960 euros. Health insurance is 550 euros. Then there was the orientation fee, but that's not reoccurring, which total, those two are 13,510 euros. And then subtract the 4,000, that was my financial aid, my scholarship, my tuition reward, to be a net cost in total owed to AUP for the fall 2020 semester of 9,510 euros. Then that same math applies to the spring 2021 semester. So again, just that breakdown with the net cost total of 9,510 euros. And then what's different is for both summer 2021 and fall 2021. So I'll just touch on those briefly since I just don't know what's to come for that. I might maybe do a part 2, a follow-up on this video. But for summer 2021, I'll only be taking 8 credits, like I said before, which translates into 2 classes. So my tuition will be cut in half. So it'll be 6,480 euros. My health insurance will temporarily be disbanded, if you will. So I guess they just don't offer it to us in the summer. And then my financial aid reward will also be cut in half since it won't be a full semester. So it'll just be 2,000, I mean, not just, but it'll be 2,000 euros as my reward. So it'll go from the 9510 from the fall and spring semester, or per semester, to now 4,480 euros for the spring 2021 semester. So that'll be that bill. And then for the fall 2021 bill, I don't know what's getting into me. I'm trying to think what I had for dinner. I didn't have anything crazy. I don't know. Been burping a lot. Excuse me. Forgive me. For the fall 2021 semester, there's an asterisk here, and I don't know if you guys will be able to see that when I zoom in or when I have the screenshot on the screen. And that's just because it's in the future, and for, again, whatever reason, I'm sure there's a reason to it, but, semester after semester, academic year after academic year, prices go up, inflation. That's just how, the game works. Universities, higher education institutions, ultimately, gotta keep the bills paid, keep the lights on, keep everything up. So the cost of education does increase and vary, and it can vary, year to year. So that's why there's an asterisk by it. But what they estimate, which hopefully won't be too far from what actually happens next fall, is 6,480 euros for my tuition, 550 euros for my health insurance, which will bring a total of 7,030 euros. And then I'll have my 2,000 euro financial aid award, which will result in a net cost of 5,030 euros for my fall 2021 semester. And what's unique about this, and unique to, I don't know if it's unique, I think it's unique to the Global Communications program, but for our last semester, we won't have any more in-person or just, in-person, remote, whatever, proper instruction, I should say. So you either have the option of doing an internship full-time or doing a thesis, and so that's what the 8 credits stand for. So that's what that is all about. And then which will bring to a total, for my 48 credits for my total program, I'll be paying 28,530 euros. So that is the total shebang, my cost for AUP. Now I'll shift gears over into how I paid for that, right? So thankfully I was able to get such a generous financial aid award from AUP that really, helped lower their cost and make it more feasible. But obviously I ain't got, 28,000 just hanging around somewhere. I wish, I wish things would be a little different, but I don't. And so with that, I didn't really want to, I was really, begrudging and hesitant to do so, but I did apply for, I am an American citizen, I applied for U.S. federal direct loans, the Department of Education, and through that, I was able to get an unsubsidized Stafford loan and a federal, or both federal loans, obviously, unsubsidized Stafford loan and a Grad Plus loan. Let me not tell you wrong. I want to say, and I'll go back and edit if I am right or wrong about this, but I want to say unsubsidized, you don't have to pay, it doesn't accrue interest while you're in school, versus subsidized it does, or vice versa. I'll go back when I edit this and double check on that and tell you guys about that. But so those are the 2 loans I got. And then for those amounts, I was able to get 20,500 US dollars. So switching back to US dollars for the unsubsidized loan, and then for the Grad Plus loan, I was able to get $30,282. And that, now you're probably thinking hold up, that's more than the tuition cost. Yes, because I also got cost for living expenses and just being in Paris and what that's like. I'm gonna do a separate video. Should have maybe mentioned that earlier too. I'm gonna do a separate cost of living video in Paris. A lot of people have been asking me about that, so I'll be sure to do that in the future. But just wanted to cover those bases really quick, and also too on the subject of loans and just feeling about that. Just wanted to get this off my chest, been on my heart. It was, like I said, I was really hesitant and begrudging to do that because just student loan debt is so crippling and really can plague one for the rest of their lives. But I just really, looked at the risk reward ratio and thought about the ROI on just investing in myself and getting this master's degree in a international environment. I'm learning French and, combining my global communications degree with my journalism degree from my bachelor's in college. what that can, you know, afford me, and what opportunities that can get to me, opportunities that will get me. And that just seemed worth it. And I really just trust myself and know that I just have to practice discipline with my finances to pay that money back. So I'll be good in the future. So yeah, so I think just have that too. Maybe if you hear those numbers, you're getting kind of scared, or maybe scaring you off. I say just really think about it, think long term, definitely look, you know, high and low, you know, don't leave, you know, what's the saying, you know, don't have a rock unturned, whatever. Like really look for scholarships, look for financial aid offers, just really, you know, look everywhere you can and make sure loans are your last resort. And then if they are your last resort, you know, don't really let that intimidate you or fear you. Just, you know, really do your research, understand, you know, the interest rates, look what you're getting to before you're signed to deliver, and you'll be okay. And so maybe, you know, now that Biden, you know, is elected, he talking about maybe, you know, having loan forgiveness. So girl, you know, we might, my fellow Americans, my friends, we might be all right. So last and certainly not least is part 3, which is talking about the must-have / strongly encouraged one-time and or annual fees that come with matriculating into AUP and just being a student in Paris. So for this, I just went through my Wells Fargo, that's my bank in the States, and went through my banking statements from March to October and just looked through all the things I had to pay for and just like things that I knew or didn't know as I was going through the application process that I want to share with you guys. So these are just a few things. I don't have the exact date I paid for them. I just have the date they're posted on my account. So, you know, when I say these dates, maybe in your mind, plus or minus 3 to 5 business days. So just a disclaimer, if you will. So first up, March 17th, that's when I applied to AUP. So that was the same day. That was the application fee. And again, I'm switching to US dollars for this, not euros, US dollars. This is with my debit card. So that was the application fee to apply to AUP. Oh, kind of rhyme. Application fee at AUP was $86.97, originally 75 euros. So did a little translation. Anyways, whatever. That's the difference. Then next payment was on June 17th, which is my tuition deposit. I got into AUP on June 9th, signed to delivered, I guess around June 17th. And the non-refundable tuition deposit was $851.63. Then next up, June 30th was Crous Paris, which is like Erasmus, if you're maybe not familiar with that either. This organization that just is focused on just like the betterments and like the social life and getting you acclimated and adjusted to a new city if you're an international student. So I'm sure they have locations across the world, but this one is particular to Paris, and having like a membership there. I want to say this AUP told me about it. I don't think it was required, but I think just, again, strongly encouraged. And I was like, oh, might as well. And that was $103.87. Then July 13th, my birthday, shouts to my cancers. Campus France posted on my account. I remember I did not pay for it on my birthday, but it posted on my birthday. And just paying for Campus France was started. Whew, child. The visa process. Let me know if you guys want a video on that. I might do a video on that. We'll see. The very eventful triggered visa process. And starting with the Campus France application was $28.52. Then August 18th was the VFS Application Center fee, which was $62.71, which was just, again, being at the Visa Center in DC, having everything processed, shipped off to the consulate, getting approved, getting my passport back with my visa in it. And then next up was, I couldn't find the exact date, but I found the cost and the price. So I know it existed, but it was also in August, so I'm not sure what day, was the orientation fee. So again, just this non-referable one-time orientation fee. of $541.94, and that's just paying for, I mean, we went to like, yeah, I have a video on it if you want to go check it out, just talking about like what we did during that time, lunches, activities. We got like a mask, you know, just like things like that, you know, we paid for. And then September 23rd, my Imagine Our Navigo card, the life-changing Navigo card application went through, and that was $412.20. That now grants me access for the year, and it will be available to me until I'm 25, where I have free unlimited access to the bus, RER, Metro, and like discounts other places throughout Paris. And I can just scan my card, go, don't have to worry about paying for tickets or paying for it by a month. And then lastly, October 6th, I got my residency card application signed to delivered. And so I went from just, you have a 3-month, like 90-day deadline, but do it sooner the better once you get to Paris, because you know your visa, and you have like a temporary residence card with your visa, but this gives you like a permanent residence card. And so now I have one until August of 2021, and that costs $50, nice and easy. So yeah, that's all I got for you guys today. Thank you so much for watching. Hopefully you got something out of this. I was trying to cover a lot and speak to a lot of different people, and hopefully that you found something, a nugget of wisdom, or you know, something that answered your question throughout this video. That was my hope and wish for it. Hopefully it did that. Be sure to like, comment, and share, and subscribe for more. As I said, I am back. I have Wi-Fi now. I'm getting, you know, I finally have a schedule in confinement and with remote classes, so more videos are on the way. I'm gonna do, stay tuned for a cost of living, housing, how, you know, my journey to Paris, my backstory getting here, stay in the life, etc. Just so much more is on the way, so be sure to check that out and stay tuned for more. Be subscribed so you'll be, you know, in the know when that comes to be. Comment below any more questions you have for me, or any, you know, maybe any other video ideas or things specific to AUP, or maybe just life in Paris as a student you'd like to see from me. I'd love to hear your thoughts and ideas about this, so keep the conversation going down below. Thank you again for watching. As always, I'm sending my love. Mwah, mwah. So wherever you are in the world where you're watching this, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!